Hi, Professor. So I've decided to talk about question number 2, which asks, what are the steps in a typical decision-making process? And use an example to illustrate it. So the first step would be to identifying the problems and basically what are the problems and the causes of it. The second step would be to collect data. The third step would be to find solutions and alternatives for this problem. And lastly, the fourth step would be the making your choices, making your decisions. And an example that I used in my answer was that imagine if you have an online shoe store and in the past couple days you have not been receiving shoes from your supplier. So we started identifying our problem, which would be the lack of shoes coming in from our supplier. But we gotta dig a little deeper into it to see why is it that we're not receiving the shoes. So you give a call to your shoe supplier and he tells you that they are having a strike now and that for the next 2 weeks they won't be able to supply shoes to you. So after receiving these informations, we would have to collect some data on to know more about how much business we would lose. So like what would be the costs for not receiving these shoes for 2 weeks, how many customers we would lose, how many customers would get their shoes, their package delayed, and even starting to look into other suppliers which could possibly supply us the shoes in these 2 weeks that our old supplier are not. So after that, we gotta come up with some solutions, which could be either having a temporarily supplier for these shoes while our old one is gone. We could just wait on our old supplier and maybe the loss wouldn't be too bad. We have still a little bit of shoes in the inventory. Or either change the supplier completely, just kick out the old one and get a brand new one for the rest of the business just going on. After finding the solutions, we need to make a decision. So we have the 3 alternatives, and out of the 3 alternatives we'd have to make a decision, and in this case, just for the sake of the example, I chose to get a brand new supplier for the company. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.